National Technical Honor Society induction ceremony. Please stand as we recognize our candidates. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate the accomplishments of these young men and women. We are excited to induct a total of 69 students into NTHS this year here at the Power Campus. And to my left, we welcome our administrators and even board members that have joined us in attendance this evening. Let's give them a round. And to begin our ceremony, I would like to invite one of our honorees, Ms. Jo Jean, from Medical Assisting second year, to come forward to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Our first speaker tonight is Dr. Chad Wilson, Superintendent of Eden. He is married and has 2 children, and is originally from Tucson. He has been an educator for almost 30 years. As a middle school teacher, assistant principal, assistant superintendent, and currently our East Valley Institute of Technology District Superintendent. Welcome, Dr. Chad Wilson.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm trying to get good evening. So I'm cracking up as I'm walking up here because this picture here was taken of me when I was taking my first start here even, right? And I thought that I had the best hair that anybody could ever have. Apparently I'm wrong, because every time that picture comes up, everybody in the front row starts laughing. So maybe I'll get a new picture taken. Thank you all very, very much for being here. My name is Chad Wilson, the superintendent here at the East Valley Institute of Technology, and it's an honor that we have to work with your children, to work with your students every single day. And even we change lives by loving our students and serving our communities. That's what we're about. And we're so proud to have the ability to recognize individuals tonight who have not only demonstrated excellence in their classroom, but also excellence in academics, excellence in community service, excellence in leadership, You are the young men and the young women that are going to carry forward the expectation we have as an organization. We hope that your time with us gives you an opportunity to not only do well, but do good. And by that I mean, we want you to have a job that allows you to buy houses and cars and goes on trips and take care of your family. That's doing well. The skills that you're learning today, the industry certifications that you are earning with us will allow you to do that. But we also want you to be able to do good. We want you to realize that what you're learning today, if you give back to your community, can change the lives of others. Because at the end of the day, doing good and doing well is actually what your future holds for you. Mom, Dad, we are so grateful to have the opportunity to work with your children. I say this all the time, being a quality parent is the most difficult job in America. And the fact that your children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews are here today is a reflection of you. So students, would you please take a second and give your loved ones a round of applause for the work they've done. Was that to, oh, I thought you were ready to go. If you are a faculty or staff member here at Eden, can you please step out or stand up so everybody can see you? Would you please give the faculty and staff here at Eden a round of applause? I've been an educator for a long period of time, and I've had the pleasure of working with a lot of different faculty and staffs, but I can tell you this, and I'm saying it not just because I'm standing here, I'm saying it because it's true. There's not a faculty or staff in the state of Arizona that cares about children, wants the best for your children than the faculty and staff here at Eden. So I am so grateful for the work you all do every single day for our students. As a superintendent, though, I recognize that there is one thing that sometimes goes unrecognized in organizations, and that's the quality of leadership from our governing board. Governing board members actually set the tone for an organization. I've worked in organizations that have had interesting characters as governing board members, and that actually translated into the whole of the organization. We have two governing board members tonight that are here. I ask you, please stand up. Dr. Metcalf. McAfee. I always get the two getting mixed up. This is Amber McAfee. I am lucky to work for a governing board that cares about children, and so I'm grateful for their stewardship and their leadership. Thank you for giving us the opportunity tonight to celebrate you and to celebrate your families. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson. And now we have a video message from Peyton Holland. He has invested many years with career and technical education programs and is currently the National Technical Honor Society's Executive Director.
Honor Society.
Guest speaker, Ms. Ellie Willard. Ellie was a 2-year EVA student who graduated in 2020. She was enrolled in the radio and audio production program as well as an NTHS inductee. Currently, she's a junior at ASU's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication, obtaining a degree in journalism, and has launched into a professional career holding school newspaper leadership jobs and interning as a breaking news reporter at the Arizona Republic. Ms. Ellie Willard, come on up.
You guys see me? Okay, well, hello. My name is Ellie. This is a bit scary, so bear with me. But I'm now 3 years removed from my EVIT journey as I graduated radio audio at the main campus. Now finishing up at ASU, and I count down the days until I hopefully receive the formal graduation that I missed out on in 2020. My school has incredible opportunities, much like EVIT, so I've been very, very thankful to have some great opportunities working at the newspaper at school as well as at the Arizona Republic. After a full day of lectures at school or a day writing about homicides, I spend my evenings working as a music teacher, and I teach so many 8-year-olds how to play the guitar. As for my plans past college, I hope to continue as a writer, a storyteller, and a teacher in whatever form that may be. I've had such an incredible undergrad experience thus far, and I'm very, very thankful that I came from such a strong foundation as an EVIT student. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life until I came to EVIT. Nervous and afraid, I took the leap and walked through those EVIT doors to learn so much more about myself and my passions than I ever thought I could have. I'm so thankful to have had such a wonderful mentor, my instructor Dave Juday, again at the main campus, who taught me journalism basics and inspired me to continue on this path, which has thankfully worked out. I loved everything about EVIT and loved feeling as though I had a jump start on my career compared to my peers. I was very motivated and excited to come to school, and I hope all of you feel that way as well. It would be unfair to say that the success I've had so far defines me wholly as a person, and I can only suggest that you stay away from that thinking, because job offers and good grades do not define you. If you expect to take anything away from this, I need to paint a real picture of who I am. I'm outgoing, I'm willing, somehow I'm up here doing this. I keep myself busy, I'm proud of my accomplishments, but just like anyone else, I'm a little bit scared about my future. Most days I worry, feel exhausted, I have to reassess my passions, my life goals, and I have to reassure myself. It's very hard to figure out your career, and it's even harder to figure out yourself as you enter into young adulthood. Some days it's hard for me to get out of bed, and other days I'm breaking my worst fear and giving a speech. This is the first time I've ever given a speech like this, so thank you all for experiencing this with me. The most unfortunate part about entering adulthood is that nobody gives you a how-to guide. There are a lot of things you have to experience and learn on your own, and as your very, very slight elder who stood in those, or sat in those seats and experienced it, I have some slight advice for you. Being here tonight as an NTHS student means that you care. You've kept up your grades, you've stayed involved, you're very motivated, and you're very passionate, even if sometimes you may not feel like it. You didn't come to EVIT because you had to. You came to EVIT because you want to be here. You're an NTHS student because you care about your goals and you care about your career. But even more so, you push yourself because you see how beneficial it is to stay at the school for your future. It's very easy to give up. We're all insecure in some way, we struggle with our own problems, and it can be a much easier option to not stress about it and just give up on it all. But all of you have taken the active choice to push that mindset aside and assess yourself. You know your passions, you know your limits, and you've taken advantage of such an incredible school and have chosen to take on life's challenges. As you enter into college and a professional career, things will change. And it's important that you find healthy ways to cope with it. People will come in and out, career opportunities will shift, but everything will work itself out. Just keep pushing forward and don't get too caught up on things. As hard as that is, continue to take charge of your life. I'm sure all of you have faced adversity or trauma or hurt in one way or another, and I unfortunately know we have so many more challenges to face. But none of that defines you. You are not your failures, and you are not the things that happen to you. And a note on failure, please fail. I've failed a lot in my college career, and it's the only way that you can learn. It takes a lot of rejection sometimes to get things right, so don't take it too personally. You can't avoid failure, you just have to keep pushing through. When I was where you were a couple years ago, the biggest struggle I faced was the feeling that I wasn't good enough to be sitting in those seats. As I continued through college, I continued to expect more and more from myself, and I feel as though the things I've accomplished may not be enough. I think that's a mindset all overachieving and motivated students face, and something some of you may relate to. It's always good to look ahead and push yourself to try harder for things, but I've learned that that mindset will ultimately bring you no happiness if you're only focused on what's ahead. All I can say to you as you continue in school, make decisions for your future or your profession, is that you need to slow down, and that's something I wish I could tell myself a couple years ago. Please stop and appreciate how far you've come. Remember the big moments and the successes you've had, write them down, rejoice about it, let yourself celebrate, and appreciate all the work you have put in so far. Don't compare yourself to others, compare yourself to you now versus a couple years ago, and I'm sure you would say you've improved in one way or another. Never get too caught up in thinking you aren't good enough or you haven't done enough, because all of you have. Due to being an EDIT student, I was incredibly ahead of the curve and prepared for journalism school, yet I still felt unaccomplished, which diminished and hurt a lot of my passion. None of you should feel that way. It isn't worth being that unhappy. And don't get too caught up on things you feel you're supposed to do. Everyone is on a different path, and you should just be working for what is best for you. Do what you're passionate about, do what makes you happy, and do what drives you to get out of bed in the morning. As you get older, reflect on your values and what matters most to you, and bring it into your work life as much as possible. If you noticed in my beginning introduction, I didn't say my end goal is working for the New York Times or being lead editor of the local newspaper. I mentioned that you're more than your successes, and you're also more than your career. And I refuse to define myself as a great journalist or a successful person just because I work for the biggest company. Quite honestly, I'm so passionate about many different things, and I can't put a label on what I expect to do forever. I categorize what I want to do with my future by my moral ambitions. I love writing, I love communicating, I love doing good unto others, and I love sharing knowledge. As long as I find something that makes me happy and allows me to share those values, then I deem that as successful. Always do what you deem is best for you, and your best will always be enough. You are all smart, talented, and adaptable individuals, and I want you all to realize that and appreciate that yourself. To be here tonight, I commend you. For me to finish this speech, it means I've overcome a huge obstacle for myself. I pushed through a challenging moment, and I'm very thankful. And for all of you, as you walk on the stage, I hope you can take some time to reflect on the passion that brought you here and appreciate how far you've come. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellie. Okay, at this time, it is proper to identify the 8 lighted candles of the National Technical Honor Society. The light of knowledge and the 7 attributes of membership are presented on the stage, and we will light a candle to represent each. In the center table is a lighted candle representing knowledge. You'll notice that with the silver candle, it is familiarity, awareness, understanding gained through experience of study. This candle represents the knowledge you have gained through experience and study in your technical program. The first member attribute is skill. Skill is the use of knowledge to develop great ability that is necessary to make a positive difference in a particular occupational field. I like this candle to represent skill. The second member attribute is honesty. Honesty is the quality of being truthful, trustworthy, fair with everyone while at work or at play. Like this candle to represent honesty. The third member attribute is service. Service is giving assistance and being ready and able to provide a helpful and useful act. We will like this candle to represent service. The fourth member attribute is responsibility. Responsibility involves the ability to act without guidance or superior authority or being able to answer for your actions. We like this candle to represent responsibility. The fifth member attribute is scholarship. Scholarship is the distinctive mark of one who has mastered an area of learning, as reflected in the quality of his or her work. especially with respect to scope, thoroughness, and care. We like this candle represents scholarship. The sixth attribute is citizenship. Citizenship is being entitled with full civil rights and exercising duties, rights, and privileges of this status. We like this candle represents citizenship. The last attribute is leadership. Leadership is responsibility of serving as a guided force and directing the way by going first with courage and confidence. We like this candle represent leadership. Students, I hope you recognize some of these skills and attributes in yourself, because these are the attributes that make you a member of the National Technical Honor Society. Here in a few minutes, we are going to have you each cross stage as a member of the National Technical Honor Society. You have done this because you've maintained a 3.75 GPA, you have excellent attendance records, and a valued member of your community. It is because of that dedication and hard work that you are receiving this award. You should be proud of your accomplishments, and I challenge you to live up to the ideal conveyed in the NTHS slogan. Excellence in America's workforce begins with excellence in workforce education.
Now I've got it. Okay. At this time, we would like to ask our administrative directors here at EVIT to please come forward for the presentation of the inductees. That would be Ms. Laura Cork, Mr. Mark Pierce, and Ms. Jen Schwartz. Parents, we're going to have our students prepare to cross the stage. As they do so, they will pause in the middle for a photo opportunity, the first of several you'll have tonight. Everybody ready? Will the first row please stand and come forward to be recognized? Joe Jean. Juliana Thompson. Claire Flanagan. Adrian Moran. Karina Bishop. Chloe Shelton. Giselle Dominguez. Alyssa Domer. Brooke Truman. Emma Weiner. Emily Seferino Gutierrez. Megan McKnight. Cheyenne Pilipenko. Sabrina Sembrano. Emily Pester. Isabella Artileo Basoco. Samantha Lee. Megan Holyoke. Holly Wynn Lee. Sarai Arabula. Avery Blunt. Amara Manning. Avery Padilla. Antonio Munguia. Gregory Parikh. Paige Lowell. Brooklyn Works. Olivia Emerson. Susan Barreto. Ileana Ortiz. Emmy Smith. Alessandra Zoyowski. Cortland Miller. Olivia Stack. Ella Fry. Maylee Murray. Gracie Pierce. Ethan Ufaji. Annalise Evans. Deskins. Gabrielle Lasso. Liberty Schling. Rachel Ramirez. Mackenzie Gardner. Sophia Roger. Zoe Hunt. Kaylee Call. Jaden Avila. Darby Feldine. Natalia Lavorsi. Josue Gallo. Savannah Genenbacher. Gray Lucia. Braden Crossman. And last but certainly not least, Aubrey Cook.
Congratulations. Students, I would like you to just real quick to think about the support you received that got you to this moment. From the teachers, the family, the friends that all joined us tonight. They are so proud of your accomplishments, and you definitely wouldn't be here without them. They're here because they care about your success. I want you to look back and think about your path here. What it took for you to get here. What it's going to take for you to continue to move forward in your future. One of the things that you always want to remember is the path that got you here is what is the path that will help you continue in your future. Last, I do want to thank one other set of people that couldn't have made this happen without them. So if all my committee members of National Technology Society would please kind of step forward, and can we give them a big round of applause for putting this together for you? As we finish this night, there's one last tradition that we want to hold to. Students, can you please stand with me? To be officially inducted into the National Technical Honor Society, we ask you to say the pledge of membership, and that will be the final step. So I will lead it. As I lead, you guys say it with me. As a member of the National Technical Honor Society, I pledge to maintain the highest standard of personal conduct. I will apply myself to continue rigorous scholastic achievement, and I will strive for excellence in all aspects of my education. I will invest my talents, my skills, and my knowledge in a career of my own choosing, and shall always endeavor to hold my obligations as a citizen of my community and my country. Go ahead and have a seat. Congratulations on a job well done. You are now officially members of the National Technical Honor Society here at Eva. Thank you guys, everyone, for joining us this evening. We appreciate your support. As you exit, I will ask you to let the students exit first. And when we're done, culinary has provided some refreshments in the lobby to enjoy before you head to your house this evening. Students, please stand. Thank you for joining us. It was a more memorable evening. You guys are all free to exit.